Hey folks, watching the Draw a Character a Day, or DACAD challenge, unfold has been fascinating, seeing everyone draw their own takes on the same PCG character, and I think it reveals some interesting and sometimes weird stuff about the characters themselves. Let's look at it. So, for those not in the know, the basic idea of DACAD is that every day Sketchy Penguin chooses a different character from the PCG multiverse, and everyone draws their own take on that character. And you get a wide variety of takes on each character, like you get Zuvak as an anime character, Zuvak as a tree, surprised Zuvak, weird Zuvak. With some of the characters, it reveals interesting things about the character himself. Like, let's take a look at Matak. Matak Roshivej is from my paper computer game Balzac Lobotron, where he's from this scary-looking alien race called the Triptosians. They see themselves as superior to everyone else in the galaxy, and that's why they have an empire conquering other planets. Matak himself has absorbed some of that ideology, so he still sees himself as superior to everyone. But he's not evil. He works with other races, becoming part of the crew of Balzac Lobotron's ship and being the scientist on the ship. So he's got these two sides, Matak as a scary alien who sees others as inferiors, and Matak as a good guy, a hero, and a science officer. And in the art, we see those two sides clashing. Some of the art takes Matak's scary side and exaggerates it. That was started by this one by me, showing a giant Matak, his tentacles wrapping around the earth with only the word inferior. Eldritch Theater took this concept and took it further, with an even bigger Matak, tentacles wrapping around multiple planets in our solar system. And Flay's PCG took that same concept even further. Meanwhile, Salmon's and Void Dev X1's versions aren't quite that extreme, but they still show a frightening monster. But the ones by Sketchy Penguin and Yak Games go in the opposite direction, showing a chill Matak, one you'd actually want to hang out with. Despite his bodily appearance, he looks kind of friendly. The only one that doesn't fit into either of those categories is this one by Epic Games. It's a mechanical version of Matak, and it's not entirely clear whether he's friend or foe just by looking at him. Or maybe he has aspects of both. A neutral expression on his face, but fearsome mandibles. Another example is Nezareth. Nezareth is a character from my sketchbooks and PCGs who's always trying to catch and kill Ginkis. He's dressed like a Roman warrior, though no one knows his origin. And once again, the art went in two directions with it. Sketchy Penguin and Salmon the Fish PCG both drew Nezareth looking fearsome, powerful, a warrior, ready for anything. My version shows something different. A tired, sweating Nezareth crawling through the desert, clawing his way towards Ginkis, who's on a distant hill. So close. That shows the frustration of what it's like to be Nezareth, as well as his obsession, pursuing Ginkis across worlds, no matter how tired or how thirsty he becomes. And both sides of Nezareth are true. He is the fearsome warrior in shining armor, but he's also obsessed, driven, frustrated. The same goes for the wizard Sluiceface. In the PCGs, Sluiceface was a wizard who'd gained such a level of magical mastery that he no longer needed a body, and so he was just a floating head on a beard. He put Zack through challenges as a sort of punishment since Zack was insulting magic and saying it doesn't exist. Now, on the one side, Salmon the Fish PCG and Sketchy Penguin went with the idea that he shaved his beard, and it turns out he had a body all along. It was just hidden behind his beard. That kind of makes him a bit of a fraud, doesn't it? His claims of incredible magical power were bogus. But then, on the other side, there's my version, which takes it the opposite way. I went with the idea that his magic power has advanced even further, and now he no longer needs even his face, so he's just a beard with a hat. JCC's version takes the middle ground and just shows the ordinary Sluiceface. Once again, I think this shows a tension in his character. On the one hand, in the original PCG, he was overwhelmingly and obviously powerful, and it was pretty hard to deny his magical power. But on the other hand, I, playing as Zack, kept calling him a fraud and saying his magic isn't real. And his pettiness supports that. Why would a real wizard care if someone says his magic isn't real? So the art reveals this tension in his character. Is he a fraud or is he real? And we've seen both ideas exaggerated. In the case of Super Mouse, the art shows us the two aspects of his character. He's super, and he's a mouse. My version and Flaze's version both put him in classic Superman poses, except that he happens to be a mouse. They're showing how powerful he is. But JCC's version, as well as these two versions by Via, show the cute side and the vulnerable side of Super Mouse. The mouse in Super Mouse, as it were. And there's a third category. Sketchy Penguin's and Salmon's versions both show Super Mouse flying through the sky, showing the joy of being Super Mouse. There's lots more examples, but I think this video is long enough already. For now, suffice it to say that I think it's really cool how much you can learn about a character by looking at all the different fan art takes of him. And hopefully some of this amazing art will inspire more PCGs that explore these characters in new ways. But that's all I've got for now, folks, but thanks so much for watching, and PCG you later.